A naturally occurring rad storm. Hey, that interesting.
Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into Cambridge Police Station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from over. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone. When you find the bombs, plant the...
Right.
After that, you should probably head back to Proctor...
Doesn't sound too...
Ah, no. Not at all. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but if you don't, good luck, Knight.
All right. Hopefully there's something useful here. Nothing. Just a pile of junk.
All right. O'Neill Family Manufacturing. That was in the Creation Club.
We may have a... Over there! Get him!
Weapons hot. Eliminated.
So, you remember before you saw this weird looking symbol? When I mentioned that we'll be coming back here, I wasn't joking.
Bomb disposal facility.
So this would make sense why this was ground zero for the bombs. Because they were trying to get rid of this disposal site. Because they could just rearm them and renuke their population. Now, a lot of the enemies in here are going to be ghouls, so that's why I'm just going to pull out the super sledge and just go to town.
It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well.
Well, that's quite the long way down, isn't it? Guess we have a choice.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I just, like, broke my legs.
Negative visual on the top.
So satisfying.
Back to hell. Finding a quiet spot in the Commonwealth is a rare occurrence.
Oh. So there was an easier way to make it over here without breaking my legs. Oh, well. Here, magazine.
Yes.
That's cool. Technical document.
Hostile down.
That's quite the nuke. If you recall in Fallout 3, Liberty Prime throws him like football, like American football. Another never-ending laser rifle? That would be like my third one. Potentially. Yeah, duct tape. That helps. It's like one of the children of Adam set up shop down here. Wouldn't surprise me if more of them were down here. Considering this would be considered a holy ground to them.
Damn, lost him.
I just ragdolled my power armor. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright. Pour out the rifle. That one's dead.
We have a situation. Threat eliminated.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm happy that the Feral Ghoul Reavers are not bullet sponges like they are in Fallout 3.
Excuse me.
State your purpose, stranger. You are...
It's all right, brother. I am a child of Adam, too. I'm part of a church up north, the Nucleus, near a town called Far Harbor.
Far Harbor. You've seen Adam's holy veil, but you have traveled so far. I apologize. I will not keep you from finishing your pilgrimage. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Adam's radiance warm your soul.
Jeez, look at these things.
Paladin.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately.
Was it something I said?
Not at all. I just don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this. Dismissed, Knight.
So now we gotta hoof it all the way back. Yeah, because we can't make it that easy, can we? Notice that was an easy speech check, by the way. So... that means that it didn't take much to, convince that preacher. Especially if you've been to Far Harbor already. Since Paladin Danse is one of the faction companions, just doing stuff for said faction makes it easier to gain affinity with them.
Going down.
Having max charisma is not even remotely fair.
The human-looking scents are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system...
Uh-huh. There's only one way to...
Absolutely.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think after all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but...
I don't know.
Just wait until you see the Institute.
Sure.
Before you head off to your... I came up with this little beauty myself.
Damn.
Oh, sure you did. It's that... Anyway, that's enough of that. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon...
Right.
And thank you, Knight.
We really should just stay out of each other's way.
And there it is. The quest I've been waiting for. And now we can initiate pulling the trigger on getting banished from the Institute and start working with the Minutemen.
I can't believe Super...
Sir,
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the... A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went...
Right.
After careful analysis of the... Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797... I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your due. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to... Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to...
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor. But if we're to remain strong, find Proctor Quinlan. And Knight, there's a promotion. You're dismissed.
Now, most companions would actually agree with you, saying, hey, why would we do that? In fact...
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed.
Here's a
New time
companion
and
that
date
I
will
have
be
not
forthcoming.
gotten yet.
Knight, I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I've been poring over, as you're well. I think you may want to get... I assume you're out.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock...
How did you hear it?
There are no secrets. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse.
Right.
That can only mean you've been sent to hunt.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Danse did... There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to...
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you... Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us...
Of course. I believe I have some information that's relevant.
Very well, then. Would you care to...
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck. I've stored the data on my...
At this point?
Very good, sir.
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Well, if it isn't the man who revived Prime, the Brotherhood...
Meow. Alright, so as I'm following her up here, let's just go ahead and do that.
Scribe?
This way. This way. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
Aren't you supposed to tell me?
Yes. And but before I do, I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move.
Sure.
He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not.
That's a bold...
It's more than just a statement. It's a plea. Danse is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's...
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes... Before the Pribwin showed up, it was listening post Bravo. An old... It's isolated. And we're the only ones that... Just... be careful.
Okay, so because we've started up this quest... I'm also going to save in a separate file in case we have hit a point of no return. But what we're going to do...
I always suspected there was something weird about...
First, let's go get our next companion. The final companion of the game. I've been putting this off for a bit. Gonna head to, if I can find it. Good neighbor.
Paladin.
For those who know, you probably know who I'm picking up. And then before we proceed, I'm going to see if there is a mod for blind betrayal. Otherwise, wow.
Hey, Hancock.
So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Let's do it.
Done.
And now we have Hancock as a companion. It's that easy. Okay. All right. So before we do too much, let's go back to this. All right. Let's try this again. Well, I guess it really isn't. Oh well, it was worth it. Oh well, it was worth a look. It's southwest of the Slog, so at least I have a safe place to travel to. I know there's a few quests that I did not do in this playthrough, but I'm getting to a point now where it's like, I just kind of want to get the game over with. But the quests I did not do that were interesting are Kid in the Fridge. Just look these up. Kid in the Fridge. The last flight of the USS Constitution. And then obviously we're not going to be able to do the Battle of Bunker Hill. You can only do that by either siding with the Railroad or the Institute.
We have a situation.
Got it.
Knows their way around a bobby pin. Inside, you got it. Hey, come here. You think you could use this?
Hey.
Say the word.
Okay, I know one of these elevators. Better save. Because again, you never know. These elevators love to break.
Surprise contact. Engage. Threat eliminated.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Danse?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
Actually, I might have a solution. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, I think because we've met Liberty Prime, you can mess with your Sentinel power armor now, and I think you can make him talk like Liberty Prime. I was waiting for this to load before I tried it, though. No. Okay. Never mind.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a night. What?
Uh-huh. He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Danse isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Danse. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Danse wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even...
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Danse, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
If Danse dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable. You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine? So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Danse to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Danse, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Goodbye, Danse.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Someone put in a whole lot of effort to keep out the riffraff. And yet, here we are.
Engaging hostile.
Pretty well, brother.
Alright, back to the pit when we go. And then this is where we're going to start betraying the Institute and start working with the Minutemen instead.
I still can't believe Danse was really a...
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Danse. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Understood.
Good. Of course. Dance's execution created that traitor. Held quite an important position with us. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, just be aware that at Brother, I trust you won't disappoint them. In any event, we still have the instant. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, report to him immediately. Ad Victoriam.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, what we're going to do...
Promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
Because I kind of refuse to do this quest. Let's make the Institute angry.